Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from this is a company which is named as a Sabre model, and here as you can see we have a small scale multi-purpose van, and I don't know why it's named as a part 1, but as you can see here we get two versions. It's the rescue vehicle and ambulance. Ambulance is obviously shown here on the top of the box art, and I guess the box art itself is rather unusual because we are all used to see the normal vehicles with the people. Here it's pandas saving the dog, so it's I would say quite a change. And you can also notice that the box size is not that huge. Here is comparison with my hand, so it's 1/72 scale after all, but we get two vans here, so it's 1+1 as it's written there. And also here on the side you can see 4 marking options for this vehicle, so they're quite colorful. I guess you can build these 2 for one vehicle and another 2 for another vehicle. I guess the differences are quite minor, but still they're present depending on the marking option you will pick. And here on the opposite side you can see also some other kits from the same brand. So they are also civil vehicles, which might be handy for some interesting projects. This is a top opening box, and inside we actually get a mix of various parts, as you can see here. So because these are 2 identical plastic kits, I guess we can check only one set of parts because there is no need to show the same thing again and again. And I will show you the first sprue in a second. It's a clear frame, as you can notice, and here we have all of the necessary glasses for this vehicle, and as you can see they're molded in a quite nice quality, so here I don't have any complaints. And the only thing you might need is the masks, because I highly doubt that the masks are included into this kit, and it means that you will have to cut them by your own, or maybe just somehow do the paint work without the masks, but I highly doubt that it will be possible, especially if you want to achieve a nice paint work on your vehicle. Next, there is a second clear plastic sprue. So here, as you can see, we have the lenses, we also have the windscreen, and all the molding quality looks great, just like on the previous sprue. So here I don't have anything to complain about. And well, the only thing is just the careful installation into the vehicle. And from what I see here, it might be actually necessary to do the masking, because the vehicle car body is molded as a single piece part, as you can see here. So the doors and the bonnet are pre-molded, but this is not something I would expect in a different way from 1/72 scale vehicle. The same can be said about those rear doors. As you can see, they're molded shut. Inside there are not that many features, and well, the surface details are looking quite okay, and as far as you can see the front mask will be installed separately, so that's quite it. But as I said, because of such a design you need to replicate the window seals, and it also means that you need to somehow carefully mask all of these parts in order to get the convincing finish. But that's not all. We continue also with the floor panel, which is molded in a quite interesting way, because there are a lot of features actually pre-molded. So just give me a second to show it to you. So here it is, and let's open the lenses, zoom out a bit, and now you can see this is the bottom section of the vehicle. We have the spare wheel here, we have also the radiator or ventilation fan, we have the exhaust pre-molded. These are the wheel rims, and what is funny is that the tires are really tiny, so I will show them like this in the plastic bag. These are the vinyl tires, and well, they are quite okay for the standard build, but it's still quite impressive to see such size of the vinyl parts. They are very small. Again, I will repeat myself, but I think it's worth noting again. Next we continue with another plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to the floor panel. And why I'm a bit confused, because it looks like the floor should be raised a bit. I guess that's the design requirement for this part. So just give me a second to take it out, and I will show you this set of parts as well. So here we have also the front seats, and also here we have the instrument panel with the steering wheel. So everything looks rather nice for such small size, and I guess we can zoom in even closer so that you can see some of these features. And there are a lot of pre-molded features, so it will also depend on your paintwork skills, because there are some things to be picked up with the sharp brush. What is interesting here is that we even get some screws or nails. I don't know what they are for, so we will have to check the assembly manual, but give me a second to take them out of the plastic bag, and I will show you what I'm talking about. There are also, by the way, the PE parts for 1/72 scale kit, your favorite, I know. So that's why be ready for this. So first of all, these metal rods and screws which are supplied for this vehicle. As you can see, they are chromed, so I guess that's not just because they should be nice. I guess it might be the visible part. Then there are also PE parts, and each half will be used for each of the vehicles. And those look like the passenger seats, at least to me. So we will check the assembly manual to be more confident on how those parts will be used. As for the decal sheet, as you can see, it's not that huge, but here we have all of the necessary symbols. And well, the size can be explained because of the scale. It's 1/72 scale, so that's why you get it like this. But there are even decals for the instrument panel, which is rather interesting in this size. And next we continue with assembly manual. So for this I will need to remove this plastic sprue off the table and place the assembly manual. And for me, the assembly manual format and the cover, it kinda reminds of some child book. But well, this kit is not recommended for the modelers younger than 14, it's even written here. And next we continue with parts map. So obviously all of these parts are supplied twice. Then we start assembly process with the floor panel, and there are even suspension arms for the wheels. So this is quite interesting, by the way, because it means that you can also turn the wheels a bit if necessary. And note that also you install the floor panel for the interior onto this exterior floor panel. Next we continue with the instrument panel, so you apply this instrument panel decal as well. And then we continue with the seats. So next we have the wheels installation here and the front mask as well. Then we continue with drilling some holes for the lights. And also you can see the clear parts installation is recommended to be done from inside. There is no masking guide here, so I don't know if it will be supplied later. Here we have the lenses also for the headlamps and the fog lights. And next we continue with the rear section, pretty much the same design, separate lenses. So these PE parts, they will be used for what? I guess on the next step. These are just the mud guards. This is quite funny. I wonder why they decided to go this way. Next we continue with some modification for the external elements. We even have the screen wipers molded out of plastic, and the PE parts will be used for the front grille. And here we continue with two marking options. These are two ambulances. As you can see, they are more or less similar. There are only minor differences. But the most important one is that one is with the windows and another one is without the windows. So you have to paint over. Next we continue here with the rescue vehicles. So again, pretty much the same difference as you can notice. And here you can see them summed up on the last page. So overall, I think it's a quite funny kit in a small scale, especially if you have a good eyesight. It might be a quite fun project in a small size. And of course, I'll be happy to hear your opinion. So what do you think about such kit? Write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.